about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Around Bay YouTube, it's Charles here, and today I want to talk about Gwenpool, #1 from Marvel Comics. I got into this mainly because I really dug the cover, and I've been reading a lot of Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, and Deadpool as of late. So I figured, what the heck, I'll give it a try, see what this is about. And they do a good job with it where they drop you right into a scenario of Gwen being hunted down by these nameless agents. And you get to see a lot of her personality and the way that she and what the type of humor and storytelling to expect in the way that she interacts with these agents as she dispatches of them. And we find out that all of this preamble was a training situation. Uh, like I said, it's a fun way to a cold open is a great way to get to know the character and what to expect without wasting time with the preamble. And then what they do with the introduction here, the written introduction, they give you history on the Gwenpool character. Just a little bit of it. It says Gwendolyn Poole was a Marvel superfan transported from the real world to Earth 616. There she is her encyclopedic knowledge of how the comic book medium works and the superheroes who live within them to warp reality around her. This power, combined with her slightly above average fighting skills and general enthusiasm, led her to kick ass as Gwenpool. And is written by Calvin Scott. The artist is Stefano Nisi. Color artist is Matt Mila. And the letter is Ariana Mayer. I enjoyed the book. It's a cool #1 issue. We find out that she is on a mission to subdue or take out these 3 different deathlocks. And so that's what her mission is on this Earth and in this universe. And when she drops into a battle between Spider-Man and Hawkeye, the female version, up against Fin Fang Foom. The large dragon that often experiences in these Marvel books. I don't know much about him. I know that he's often used as a foil to introduce a new series or a new hero. I've seen it in multiple Marvel books, but I'm not sure of his origin or history per se. But that battle goes interesting. She uses her knowledge of the comic book medium and fourth wall breaking antics to get better of him, and that is one thing. I think that I understand what they're trying to do with the self-aware, irreverent humor and fourth wall breaking. We see that a lot in Deadpool, but in Deadpool, it's an ingrained part of character, and it's usually pretty funny, and it's earned. Here, it seems like that's a lot of the character. Like, her whole personality is, haha, nothing is real, and everything is just another comic panel. And I understand where they're going because that humor is a staple of the Deadpool universe. But as a reader who is trying to immerse themselves into the universe of a comic book, being flat out told by a character in the comic book that this is all silly and doesn't matter, it really kind of took me out of it. But it had its fun and funny moments, a lot of great action. I'm not going to go into too many details here because I think it is a worthy #1 issue to get into. And if you can get past the fourth wall breaking, there is, like I said, enough action to hold you in a very good twist at the end where we meet another Gwen variant. And so it leaves with a bit of a cliffhanger And I'm gonna be honest with you. Will I subscribe to it? Probably not. If I see it on the shelves of my local comic book store and it's an interesting cover, will I buy it? Probably. Um, if it stays at this $4.99 price point, probably not. I'll pay that much for something like this if it's, number one issue, but unless it's one of my top reads, I'm not going to pay that high price for it. And I don't see this as something that I'm going to be waiting excitedly at the comic book store to come in. Like I said, it's very lighthearted, it's fun, but a lot of the humor kind of took me out of the story. And it may be something just to bring in the fans of Deadpool and make them feel comfortable. But for me, and don't take this as a not as a negative toward the book, because my policy on this channel is if I don't like it, I won't review it. And so I enjoyed it. I give it a B, but it's not an A, not in my book, but a high B and B plus. And I reviewed it because this may be somebody's A book. One thing we take for granted is that we put way too much stock, I think, into the opinions of others. As a reviewer, I feel like it's my job to bring you a variety of information and to give you enough information about something that you may like it, even if I don't. But don't take my word for anything. I want to give an overview, my opinion, and that's just it. I'm no professional or scholar. I'm just an old nerd who loves comic books and want to share the joy that I get from them. So that is my review of Gwenpool #1. If you like the fourth wall breaking, humor, borders on R rated, probably check this out. But if you're not a big fan of that, I wouldn't suggest it. I think, irregardless, the first issue, if you can find one of the regular covers for $4.99, it's worth the $5 for the #1 issue. If the price is going to drop for the additional books, I may get it. But if it's going to be $4.99 throughout, nah. But you guys be easy. Thank you for watching, and comment below what you guys thought of this. And I will see you next time. Until then, keep reading them books. You know I will. I'm out.